What is up guys, Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 3rd anniversary and the guaranteed SSR banner. So first of all, the guaranteed SSR banner is going to be cut in half. So the cost is usually 30 Saint Quartz, but from now on it's going to be reduced down to 15 quartz. This is a really cool thing. It gives a lot more players the opportunity to be able to actually roll for this banner, especially for like the people who don't like to spend money on the game, because it is a paid banner, so you have to use paid Saint Quartz in order to do it. So being able to reduce it by half is going to definitely let a lot more people able to do this roll and get a free 5-star character. So for the 3rd anniversary, they're not all going to be bunched together into one big summon. It's going to be broken up into individual classes. So there'll be 8 different banners to pull on, and you get to pick one of those banners to pull for, and they'll be separated by their classes. You only get to pick one though. Unfortunately, you don't get to do one for each class, although that would be pretty cool. Maybe that'll be something they could do in a future anniversary where they let you do one for each of the different classes. But for now, you get to pick one. So I'm going to go through each of the individual banners one by one, talk about the servants a little bit. I'm not going to go in depth too much, because if I do, then this video will be like an hour long, and I don't think anyone wants that. But hopefully this video will let you guys decide what banner is best for you. Now, there's not a straight clear-cut answer. It's not like this one class is better than the other class. It's just mainly down to what you need on your team specifically, but I will tell you guys which banners I think are worth pulling for. Also, the graphics, don't mind the dates on the graphics. These are from the Japanese version of the game. We don't have the specific dates yet for the 3rd anniversary. I can assume that it's going to come out on the 6th, which is tomorrow, but I don't know when it's going to end. So I really don't want to mess around with the dates too much. So yeah, don't mind the dates. But other than that, everything else should stay the same. So first up is going to be the Sabre Banner, and this will feature, it'll feature the limited characters as well. So you basically have a chance to get any of the 5-star characters in that pool, and the only characters you can get in each of the individual banners will be for their own class. So for the Sabre Banner, you can only get Sabres. So that'll be the same for all of them. So yeah, there's a bunch of different servants in here that you can get. Shiki is like a token character. If you want to get her, she's very rare. She won't be coming back very often. Honestly, I think the next time she comes back is actually the 4th anniversary Lucky Bag Summon. So you would have to wait a full year to have a chance to get her. And at the other time she comes back are just going to be for Lucky Bags. She does come back for New Year's on Japan for this year, but that'll be in a long time for us. So we would have to wait until 2022 in order to get Shiki on a normal banner again. So if you want to wait 2 years for that, that's your choice. But again, you don't get to pick which character you get. You only have to have a chance to get them. So really, realistically speaking here, there's quite a few characters on this banner that you really don't want to get. So Artoria Pendragon, Altera, Arthur Pendragon, like those characters, even I could even include Sigurd on that. Like, they're not really that great. They might be worth pulling for, in your opinion. They might be worth getting, but to spend your guaranteed SSR on those characters for a chance to get them, that in my opinion, I don't think Sabres is the way to go. Now, if you do roll Sabres and you get like Nero Bride or Musashi or Okita, then you win. But the chances of getting one of those characters is going to be pretty low, considering there's 9 characters and you're rolling for like 1 or 2 specifically. So honestly speaking, I don't think Sabres are worth it. I do think that if you do end up getting like Musashi and Okita are fantastic. They're some of the better characters in the game, especially for Sabres. Like, they're the top Sabres in the game. But I think that you can get more value out of doing a different class, and a lot of the Sabres come back pretty frequently. So you probably will end up getting one of the bad ones, and those characters will just be popping up on different banners, or they're just not limited at all. So it's just a waste. In my opinion, it's just a waste. Now, if you need a 5-star Saber, like maybe your team's lacking a 5-star Saber, then in that situation, I might say go for it. Because if you're set on other classes, then, and you need a Saber and you don't care which Saber you get, then you're good to go for that. So for the next banner, we have the Archers, and Archers, in my opinion, is a very good banner to pull on if you don't have Archers. Like if you don't have Ishtar or Gilgamesh, this would be a pretty good option. Once again, it does depend on what you need, but unlike the Sabers, the odds of getting something that you could actually use are going to be pretty high. So, in my opinion, unless you get Arjuna or the Archer of Shinjuku, I think you're going to make a pretty good win here. Even Orion's a pretty good character. I personally would not, of the characters in this banner, I would still say I would be pretty disappointed if I pulled Orion. But outside of that, you have a bunch of really good farming characters. You have just some really good characters in general. So you have the group of Gilgamesh, Ishtar, Napoleon, and Tesla. If you don't have any of those four, and you do manage to roll one of those four, you have a fantastic AoE archer on your team, and they're going to be very helpful for farming. Obviously, Ishtar and Gilgamesh would be, the best of those choices, but all four of them are fantastic, especially if you don't have any of them. Getting one of those is going to be really good. And then Summer Artoria Archer is very good as well. She's a single target archer, but she's a fantastic servant. She's really good at looping, and she's a summer servant, so she's very rare. And I think this year might be one of the last times she comes out in a regular banner. So that would just save you the trouble of having to pull for her when she does come back shortly after the anniversary. A lot of people are going to be very strapped for gems after the anniversary for Scotty, I imagine. So being able to get her on the GSSR means you don't have to pull for her on the banner, or even if you have her and you try and get that MP2 to make looping a little bit easier, that'll be good for you there. So Archers, I think Archers have a pretty good roster of characters, and the odds of rolling pretty bad are going to be pretty low, or at least lower than on Sabre Banner. Sabre Banner has a lot of mediocre characters, so you're more than likely to get one of those, but on the Archer Banner, you're more likely to get a pretty powerful character. It might not be the one you specifically want. Like if you're trying to get Ishtar, the odds of specifically getting Ishtar are not good, but there are 3 other characters that do similar things to what she can offer you, so the odds of getting one of those are really good, and overall it's a pretty good banner. So next up we have Lancers, and Lancers for my worth is probably one of the most balanced of the group of classes in the game. All of these characters, all 7 of the characters you could pull on this banner are wins in my opinion. They're all fantastic servants, and I really wouldn't complain too much about getting any of them. Obviously for me personally, I would want Brynhild because I don't have her, and I might actually roll on the Lancer banner because of that. I might roll and risk trying to get her, because I didn't get her when I pulled for Sigurd, and I really want her, and she does not come back very often. She's an older character, so most of her banners have already come and gone. She comes back a few more times, but they're just for like lucky bags and stuff. So she's gonna be another one like Shiki, where she won't come back again for quite a while. So she comes back for the New Year's, but they're lucky bags, and then the lucky bag for the 4th anniversary. It's all lucky bags for her, so if I do want her, I'm gonna have to really wait it out if I don't get her on a lucky bag. So I might personally roll for Lancers. This wasn't my original plan, but now that I didn't get her, I might change my mind and do that. And even if I don't, MP level for Karna, MP level for Aresh, MP level for any of them, I have all the other ones, they'll all be MP pluses, but they're all really good servants. You have Aresh and Karna and Artoria Lancer for like your AoE hitters, and you have Skahak as a really good single target Lancer. You have Tamamo, who is a summer character who already had her last regular banner. So, if you do want Summer Tamamo, then you're going to have to roll on these lucky bags and try and get lucky and get her. So And even Enkidu is a fantastic servant as well. So really, you can't go wrong going with Lancers, and even if you have the Lancers, MP levels for them just make them that much better. So I think Lancers is going to be one of the better banners to choose from. And even some of the 4-star characters are really good. Like, you only get Lancers in there, so you could potentially pull Pravati and the Valkyries for Scotty farming and stuff like that. So, you know, you do need MP levels on those characters. So even if you have one copy, you could very likely roll a second copy of one of those 2 characters and make it even easier for MP looping. So Lancers is a really good look in my opinion. But let's see what else the other banners have to offer before we make a final decision. So next up we have Riders, and this was initially the banner that I was going to pull for. Now, I don't personally think that this banner is better per se than the Lancer version, but all of these characters, well, not all of the characters, most of the characters on this banner are very good. Although on the graphic I don't have Ivan the Terrible on there. I don't know what happened. I don't know where his image went. But he's on the banner too. You guys can see him on the banner to the left. But pretty much all the characters in this banner are also very good. I wouldn't quite say they're on the level as the Lancers, but they do have higher upside, I guess. Like, some of the characters are better, but some of the characters are worse. For me personally, though, I am lacking a lot of these Rider characters. Like, Drake is a character I've been trying to get for a long time. Quetzalcoatl is one as well. And even though Iskander is not very good, he is one of my favorite characters from Fate Zero. So I definitely wouldn't mind pulling him. And I didn't get Ivan as well. So there's a lot of characters out there. Even Queen Meve, who is probably the worst of the bunch in my opinion. Even if I get her, I have her Spirittron dress. So at least I could say, you know, now I can use that. So there'd be a plus side for me for that. But Achilles is really good. Even though he's not limited, you can pull him anywhere. He's still really good to get. Oz is really good. Maid, Artoria Alter, Rider, whatever you want to call her, Maid Alter. She's a really good servant as well. She'll be coming back soon on the Summer 2 rerun. So maybe you can get ahead of the game and pull for her. So Riders is another really good option. But that's just in my situation. Like, I have a very need for Riders. I don't have a lot of them. So that is why I was thinking about pulling for Riders. But overall, you know, most people, if they didn't get Queen Eve or Iskander, I think they would say that they got a pretty good win there. So next up we have the Caster Banner. And if you're a newer player, I do think that you should pull for the Caster Banner, unless you like rerolled and you have one of them. Like, if you have Merlin or Waver, then maybe you go somewhere else. But having good support characters in Fate is going to be like a necessity. You absolutely need good support characters in Fate in order to get anywhere. And most of the casters in the game are really good at that. So obviously you want to get Merlin or Waver. Those would be your two like must-haves. Tamamo is also really good as well for arts teams. And then you do have like Sanzang and Ilya as actual good damage dealers. Summer Nero as well is on there. So there's a lot of different options. Honestly, looking at this banner for me, if I pulled any of them, I would be fairly happy. Some of them aren't that good, but like the Caster of the Nightless City, I would only be happy because I don't have her, so that would like just check the box where I can, you know, click her off the Pokedex. But I really wouldn't want to get her. Anastasia, I'd be happy with. You know, I don't have her. She's not limited though. I don't think so. You can get her anywhere. Summer Nero, summer character. Anytime you get a summer character on the lucky bags, that's really good luck because they don't come back very often. But you do have some of the best characters in the game, including two of the best. Well, Merlin and Waver are the top two best characters in the game. And they're really good at support too, so getting those is going to be fantastic. One thing to note here is Scotty is not in this, so don't think that you might be able to be cheeky and pull Scotty on the Caster Banner. She's not in it, so you'll have to pull properly for Scotty. But I do think new players should definitely be heavily considering rolling for the Caster Banner. Next up, we have the Assassins. Assassins is a little bit one of the weaker banners in my opinion. They have some of the best characters in the game with Jack and Hassan, but they also have some of the I don't want to say worst characters, but they also have some of the lesser characters in the game as far as abilities go, like Mysterious Heroine X and Shooting Doji. They're some of the less played characters, but you know, they're popular characters, so if you're okay with rolling for them because of that, then you know, that's on you. If I did the Assassin's Banner and I pulled Mysterious Heroine X, I'd be thrilled, you know, because I've been trying to pull her for a while. I know she's not that good, but she's a character that I specifically really want, and I do think there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. Overall, though, I do think you get better value for some of the other banners out there, and you know, even the 4-star characters you can pull in this banner aren't really that great. So personally, I think that this banner, unless you don't have an assassin, I think the assassin banner is definitely a skippable one, and you really shouldn't be rolling on that unless, you know, like I said, you need an assassin, or you want, specifically you want one of the assassins. You don't need anything else. But yeah, I think personally, if you don't get like a Jack or Hassan or maybe even a Cleopatra, that this banner was not good to you. Next up, we have Berserkers, and honestly, for Berserkers, you really can't go wrong with them. They're your core damage dealers in the game, so basically whatever you get is going to be a good option. You know, obviously Q-Alter is going to stand on top there as, you know, one of your better Berserker characters in the game. Raiko is a good option as well. She is used in a lot of different farming teams, so she's definitely going to be a very helpful addition to the team. I've been trying to get Raiko for a long time, haven't been able to do it, but I'm not going to go and roll on the Berserker banner trying to do that. There's a lot of characters in there that I really wouldn't want to get. My Berserkers are good to go, so I'm not terribly worried about this banner. I personally don't think it should be pulled on, you know, unless you don't have a 5-star Berserker. Obviously, it always comes down to what you have and what you don't have, but me personally, I don't think that you need to pull on the Berserker banner. They're all pretty good characters. They all do a lot of damage, but I personally don't think that it's worth pulling on. The 4-star characters in the banner are really good too, though. I don't want to sell them short. You know, you have regular Heracles, you have Lancelot, who's going to be really good now with Scotty, so you might be able to get him or NP him up a little bit. Berserker of El Dorado is really good as well. So the 4-star characters are definitely worth it. But personally, I think there's better value elsewhere in other banners that you should be going for. And then finally, we have the extra class banner. You really can't go wrong here. Every character in this banner is really good in their own right. So I don't really know what to say here for that. They're all really good characters. If you get Dante's, that would be like amazing because of Scotty coming out. He's gonna become so much better, so much more used character. And having like an MP2 or MP3 Dante's is gonna be really helpful in being able to use that double Scotty team. So that'll be really cool. You know, Jalter is still one of the better characters in the game, even though she's not going to be used as much because the Buster meta is kind of coming to an end and we're going to go into the quick meta. But she's still very good. You know, you have Oki to Alter, very good for farming and AoE clearing and stuff like that. Hokusai, Abby, fantastic servants. Really, you can't go wrong with any of these characters, and I think most people will pull on the extra class banner, even if they have them, just to get like MP levels and things like that, or just to knock off one of the characters. There's 10 here, so odds are you probably get something new, depending on how many you have, unless you're like pulling on every banner, or mostly every banner like I do. You probably don't have all these characters, so odds are you'll get something really good out of this, and they're all good characters, all fantastic characters. Me personally, I'm not going to pull on it because I have most of them, so I don't really need to do that. For the GSSRs, I always try and go for something that I'm going to get something new out of. I pull on a lot of banners, so being able to get a new character is more important to me than anything else. So that's the way I look at it. I do think this is probably one of the better banners. So Extra is really good. I do think Lancer's really good as well, and Archers is also a fantastic option depending on what Lancers you have. So those are my opinions on the banners. At the end of the day, it does really come down to what you need and what you want. And Scotty's out as well, and a lot of these characters are rated up with Scotty. So if you do want a specific character, like if for the Berserker banner you want to go for Ku, then just roll the Scotty banner with Ku and then see what happens. You don't have to do the GSSR right away. Roll for Scotty first, see what you get on your Scotty pulls, because most of these characters do come out with Scotty, so you can roll for them, and if you get that character with Scotty, then that might change your opinion on what banner you want to pull for. So just keep that in mind as you are, doing your pulls. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I actually think I am going to roll Lancer at the end of the day. It would be really nice to get Drake, but I really want to get Brynhild, and if I could get lucky enough to pull her on the GSSR, that would be awesome. But if not, I would be happy with an Aresh MP level up, a Karna MP level up, a Skahak MP level up, an Artoria MP level up. Even if I get like a Parvati level up or a Valkyrie to get her to MP5, I think me personally, Lancers has the best value for my account for what I'm looking for. So I do think I'm gonna roll Lancers. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope it was at least a little bit helpful to making a decision on what character you want to go for, what banner you want to pull for. But let me know in the comments below which banner you're looking to go for, which character you're trying to get from that specific banner. And guys, it's tomorrow. The anniversary is tomorrow. So thanks for watching this video. I do have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord. So feel free to check those out. And don't forget, I will be live streaming the Chaldea broadcast tomorrow. And at the end of that, I will be doing my giveaway and potentially my Scotty pulls depending on when they decide to release Scotty. If she drops immediately after the broadcast, then I'll be doing my pulls right there and then. So make sure you guys all tune into Twitch for that, and I will see you guys next time.